Oh! 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 No! Oh, Kumas! No, no, no! Lmao! I lost! Ah! Hey guys, what's going on? This is it, the final episode of Fate Zero. Oh, I can't believe we're here. I can't believe it. It's been 3 weeks since I started this journey, and here we are. The final episode of what has been an amazing, a masterpiece of a series. This series, as painful as it has been, as you guys have probably seen in my last, 8 episodes of reactions and post-reaction discussions and all of me crying and wailing in pain. This series, it has been a joy to watch, okay? It's a good kind of pain. It's a good kind of pain. It's like eating a chili that's just too hot, but you just keep eating it anyway, because it's a good burn. This series has been the greatest thing I've seen all year. It has been so engaging. The visuals have been just jaw-dropping every episode. I cannot praise the visuals enough. The soundtrack has been just gorgeous. Everything about this series, the production quality throughout all 25 episodes has been beautiful. It's been amazing. Amazing! Okay, I'm so glad I got recommended this series. I'm so glad I've watched this series. It has been an absolute joy. Okay, so yeah, last episode 24. I'm not going to go through it again. You guys can watch my review and my reaction in the previous video, episode 24. I'm not going to go through it again. Just too much happened. From the moment I pressed play, going at like 100,000 miles per hour to the moment the episode finished. It was just non-stop chaos in that episode. We ended the episode off on Saber about to destroy the Holy Grail with her noble phantasm. And yeah, we're going to pick up from where we left off with that, alright? So, the final episode, guys, this is it. Please be a happy ending. Please be something satisfying, okay? I honestly don't know how this is going to, like, based on what has happened so far, I don't know how this is going to end in any way of satisfaction. I don't know. Time to find out. Time to find out. Let's go. How could I have understood him if 3 command spells were all that existed between us? Wait, is she going out? Wait, is she going out with her own noble phantasm? Oh. Oh yeah, the whole fucking city saw that. What the heck was that? Oh, did Saber just commit Sudoku? What's that? What the heck is that? Oh, Gilgamesh! Oh, Kiritsugu, what have you done? I dreamt I became a cup. And 7 really... Yeah, you said that before. Kirai's alive? Why is Gilgamesh naked? Yeah, you were shot. I have no heartbeat. Oh, so Saber is gone. Kiri won? Look, Kiri, this is your wish. This is my this is your wish? Oh man, you can even see the bullet hole gone right through it. Yeah, he. Oh boy, Kirai's finally found his true calling in life. Yeah, please cover yourself up, Gilgamesh. You look so indecent right now. The fuck isn't? I will reach it again and see it to the. What the fuck is an Angra Mayu? It's birth. Oh, Kiritsugu, man. He's lost everything. Kiritsugu has just lost everything. That's it? No, it can't be. It's only 13 minutes. At least, it's over and Waver survived. At least there's, at least if that's any consolation prize for happiness.
ねえ、おじいさん、おばあさん、もし構わないようならさ、目処がつくまでこの家で厄介になってもいいかな。もちろんですとも。いいばあちゃんとまだ一緒にいられるなんてなんて素敵なんでしょう。そうだ、今日はおやね。
Ah, just look at that's all you've got left to that's all you've got left to remember him by. Oh. The wave is now gonna go travel the world.
まだ全然なっていないってことだな、僕は。
I know that my Lmao lives, and after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh, I will see God. I myself
Ugh.
will see him with my own eyes. I am not.
Nice English, bro. Nice English. Ah, this is so cringe.
Amen.
God damn it, Curie, with your freaking English.
リン、お父様もさぞや鼻が高いことだろう。ご苦労だった。まだ刻印は完全には馴染んでいないのだろう。痛むかね。
こんなの平気だ。
遠坂が積み上げてきた魔導は一切の色なく、リン、君に受け継がれるだろう。そろそろお母上を連れてきてはどうかね。
Excuse me?
そうする。
She's alive!
お母さん、お父様に最後のお別れを言おうね。
She did.
今日は誰かのお葬式なの？そうよ。お父様が死んだのよ。早く時臣さんの喪服を出さなくちゃ。ねえ、リン、さくらの記念。
Oh, oh no.
私も支度しなくちゃ。
Oh, she's turned into a vegetable.
ネクタイが曲がっていますよ。しっかりしてください。あなたはリンとさくらの自慢のお父様なんですよ。
次に会うのは半年後だ。その時に二度目の刻印。
Carrier choked her mum out so hard she's got brain damage. Oh, she's now a fucking vegetable. Ah, this is worse than her dead. She literally can't remember shit. Oh, you're gonna. Are you serious? You're gonna give Rin that? You sick fuck! Oh, you. No! And you're smiling about it! Hey, here's the dagger that I stabbed your dad in the back with. Here, have it as a gift. Oh. Oh, and Saber's back in. I shouldn't have become king.
もう二度とイリアに会うことは叶わなかった。
Kiritsugu never got to see Ilya again.
失うばかりだったはずの人生なのに。いや、出会った日から変わらず共にいる。僕はあの日助けた。
I adopted the boy Shiro. 5 years later.
寝るならちゃんと布団にいてよ、じいさん。
いや、大丈夫だよ。子供の頃、僕は正義の味方。
When I was little, I wanted to be a champion of justice.
憧れてたって諦めたのかよ。
うん。残念ながらね。ヒーローは期間限定で、大人になると名乗るのが難しくなるんだ。そんなこと。
Yeah, when you grow up, you suddenly realize what reality really is.
それじゃあしょうがないな。
そうだね。本当にいい月だ。
うん。しょうがないから。俺が代わりになってやるよ。
Since you couldn't do it, I'll do it for you.
もう無理だけど、俺なら大丈夫だろ。任せろって、じいさんの夢は。
そうか。
You're gonna carry on Kiritsugu's dream. I can be at peace now.
キャリーはさ、どんな大人になりたいの？
僕はね、正義の味方に。
I wanted to be a champion of justice. Fate Zero. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Episode 25. What a finale. So much to talk about, okay? I have a lot of brain dumping to do in this post-reaction discussion. Wrap up this entire reaction series to Fate Zero. It has been one hell of a ride, guys. It has been an insane, incredible, breathtaking, emotional, suffering journey. From episode 1 to this episode, it has been one of the best experiences of my life. I don't think there has been one episode in this series that I can criticize for being bad. I mean, yeah, there were some, lull in the action episodes, but every episode was still top-notch quality, and it has been absolutely amazing. Even the lowest ranking episodes in this series, in my personal opinion, would probably still trounce some of the best episodes in some of the, half-assed, mediocre quality seasonal trash animes that are out there right now. This series has been just perfection from start to finish. I cannot give this series enough praise. It's just, if you haven't seen this show, first off, if you haven't seen this show, I don't know why you're watching my reaction videos to it and spoiling it all for yourself. If you haven't seen this show, watch it, okay? I would recommend this show to anyone that hasn't watched anime. This show, you can watch it with no experience of anime, and it will still be just as great as any other, hit TV series, any dramas that you've seen, anything that you've seen. This show is up there. This show is just mind-blowing. Its production quality, the story, just the execution of everything that I've seen in this series, from this series. has been one of the best I've ever seen in my entire life. This series is just an absolute masterpiece. So, let's discuss, all right, what happened in this episode, shall we? So we picked up where we left off. Saber was like, Yamero! No, Yamero! Saber, it seems she took herself out in that blast as well. That Excalibur blast also annihilated Saber in the area of effect explosion. Didn't kill Gilgamesh though. It didn't wipe out Gilgamesh, but Saber she disappeared with that last hit. And yeah, she's gone. She went back to where she came from. The amount of regret, the amount of just betrayal and sadness, and just Saber went through a lot, right? Saber went through a lot in her final moments in these last 2 episodes. She had to confront Lancelot and realize that it was Lancelot, and the amount of mind break that she must have experienced from interacting with Lancelot there, realizing that even her most faithful, trusted companion from the Knights of the Round Table had betrayed her, and now, her master betrayed her and destroyed the grail that he promised to give to Saber. I mean, Saber's just been shafted these last 2 episodes. So she went out basically with just nothing but regret and confusion and sadness. It's almost like she got done as dirty as Lancer. Man, she went out with an ill taste in her mouth, let's just say. After Kiritsugu destroyed the Grail, he thought, hey, job done. I saved the world from this potential disaster that could have happened. No, because what happened after that? What the heck happened? What the heck happened after that? After he destroyed the Grail, that massive Grail portal that he saw in his dream, it appeared in the sky. How did that happen? He destroyed the Grail, but yet somehow all of that, what is that? Mud? Blood? I don't know. Whatever it was basically acting like lava. It was burning everything that it was touching. And Kiritsugu, you saw the look of disbelief, the look of horror on his face when he looked up. He's like, Bakana! Bakana! Kiritsugu was like, you can't be serious. I thought I just saved the world. And then suddenly all of this red goo just started pouring out from that portal. Just flooded the surrounding city around that town hall. And it just burnt everything to the ground. And you could see the look of Kiritsugu. Oh my god. Kiritsugu. He spent his whole life. Like, listen guys, listen. Kiritsugu spent his whole life wanting to protect everyone, wanting to save everyone. From his traumatizing experience on that island, from his backstory episodes, Kiritsugu devoted his entire life to doing everything he could to bring about world peace, to stop conflict. He wanted to just make sure nobody has to fight anymore, no one has to suffer, and if he could do anything, sacrifice everyone that he cared about, everyone that got in his way, no matter how much he had to sin, no matter how much of the world's burdens he had to place upon his own shoulders, Kiritsugu was willing to sacrifice everything, including his own loved ones. You even saw that from the previous episode. He was willing to shoot Maya, shoot Irisfield, shoot Ilya. He was willing to just kill everyone that he held dear to him if it meant to save the entire world and to bring about world peace. And for somebody to have devoted their entire life to that ideal, to that goal, and in the end, that after all of his hard work, after everything he went through, that was the end result. That was what he got rewarded with for all of his hard work. All of that lava pouring out of that portal and literally just engulfing the city in flames, burning everything to the ground. And you saw Kiritsugu was scrambling outside in absolute terror, in absolute horror. He was going around house to house. Every building around him was falling down, burning down. He was going around trying to save he was looking for anybody that he could save. And everyone was, I think there was even one shot of him picking somebody up and they literally just crumbled into dust in his hands. Kiritsugu lost everything in that moment. Everything that he strived for the sake of peace, for the sake of happiness, for the sake of no one has to suffer anymore. It all backfired on him in this episode. It all backfired on him. He got betrayed by his own ideals. He got betrayed by everything. And he just scrambled around the city, just watching everyone around him die because essentially because of his own actions. So Kiritsugu, in his attempt to save everyone, ended up causing many, probably hundreds, if not thousands, of innocent lives to be lost in this tragic event. And yeah, I think Kiritsugu, you saw him by the end, his mind was broken when he was scrambling around in those final moments when Kirei spotted him. Kiritsugu, he looked dead inside. Kiritsugu just had enough. His brain.exe stopped working. Kiritsugu, I think his soul, I think the life in him just finally just snuffed out. It just flickered out. The world around him just burned, just crumbled down, and Kiritsugu was just there like... I couldn't cry. I was too much in shock, and like I told you guys, I have no tears left. I'm you're kicking a dead horse. I'm so dead inside now. This whole series, to be honest, I was gonna say Kiritsugu is just a tragic character, but every character in this fucking series is a tragic character. Carrier's a tragic character, Lancer's a tragic character, Saber's essentially a tragic character of how things ended up with her. Kiritsugu's a tragic character. I mean, the only two freaking characters in this show that weren't sad. Everyone was suffering in this everyone was suffering in this series. Everyone was just crying, screaming, yelling, dying, burning to the ground, and then you just have Kirei and Gilgamesh in this entire series just having a jolly good time. Okay, Gilgamesh and Kirei, they were just laughing it up as the whole world was burning around them. And yeah, Kirei, I thought he died, but and Gilgamesh got drowned in that red liquid, okay, that poured out from that portal. First off, Gilgamesh just suddenly appeared on my screen, butt naked, sitting there. And Kirei then gets up, like, I'm alive, but there's no heartbeat. So that means Kirei probably he doesn't have a heart anymore. He's almost like a reanimated corpse, but he's actually alive, but there's no heart. Kirei somehow got reborn by the Grail in somewhat. The Grail didn't give him back his heart. It got shot out, blown out by Kiritsugu. Even though I thought he got shot in the back of the head, no, it seems like he got shot in the back of his chest, aka blown out through his heart. And yeah, somehow he came back to life. And Gilgamesh, I don't know what's up with Gilgamesh. Did the mud just burn all of his armor off and now he's naked? I don't know. But Gilgamesh, obviously he's the last. As Gilgamesh said, all the other servants are gone, Kirei. We are the last two survivors. I'm the last surviving servant. You're the last surviving master. Bear witness, Kirei, for this is your dream coming true. To be honest, actually, now that I think about it, why is Kirei's dream coming true? Or maybe I don't know. Maybe that was just a figure of speech for Gilgamesh, because I think Kiritsugu destroyed the Grail, all of that stuff poured out, everyone now is dying, and I think Gilgamesh was basically just saying, look, Kirei, this is basically your wish. This is basically what you wanted all this time. This is what it means to be happy for you, Kirei. Take a look at what your true meaning to life is, and then Kirei just looks around while everything around him is just literally ash and dust and just rubble. And I think, yeah, at that moment, Kirei, he went full psychopath at that moment. Kirei at that moment, he just lost it. He fully embraced his inner dark side, and Kirei just started having a good old evil, sinister laugh. Like, I don't believe this. This is my true self. This is what I wished for. This is what it means to be happy. I don't believe it. I can't believe I'm such a sick fuck. However, the thing is, even though Kirei said, hey, even though Kirei in this moment realized that this was truly what he wanted, that this was the meaning of happiness to him, which is basically death and destruction and suffering and pain. Basically, Kirei, For all you guys who still don't know yet, Kirei is an absolute sadist. He's a masochist. He's a sick bastard. Kirei is like the Joker. Kirei just wants to watch the world burn, and that's his entertainment. That's what gives Kirei a hard on. That's what makes Kirei happy. That's what makes Kirei excited. He just wants to watch the world burn. So Kirei has found his true meaning in life, which is to watch people suffer. That's his entertainment. However, he's not satisfied. Gilgamesh asked him, "So, are you satisfied now, Kirei?" Kirei's like, "No." The problem solved itself. The solution was given to me. AKA, I just got told, I just got shown what it means to be happy. But I don't truly understand why that is. And it seems like whatever was in that grail that wanted to be born, I still don't know what that it wants to be born, whatever that means. Whatever that thing was in that grail that didn't manage to get out, couldn't manage to be born, that thing is the true answer that I seek. That thing has all the answers to what I'm looking for in life. I may have been shown the reality of who I am as a person, but there are still many more questions that I have to ask. I haven't got all the answers yet. You've given me the one true ultimate end goal, the end answer that I was looking for, but all of the steps of the way to lead me to this realization, to lead me to this eureka moment, this revelation moment of the true sick nature of myself, you never showed me all of the steps to get to where I am right now, and that bugs me. Okay, I don't want this solution to be just given to me. I want to be able to find out and grovel through the dirt for myself and dig through all of this mess of thoughts for myself in order to find this, to come to this conclusion myself. And the only way to do that is that thing that was in the grail that wanted to come out, and I want to find that thing again. It seems like Kirei is he's not done yet. It seems like Kirei is now off to go search for more answers, and Gilgamesh is gonna go join him. The bad guys won. That's the end of Fate Zero. That's the end of Fate Zero. The bad guys at the end of everything that happened in this series. Kirei won the Holy Grail, and Gilgamesh, the two sick bastards, the two most evil, sinister motherfuckers in this series, they came out triumphant. Every righteous, just, good, lawful person in this series lost, got killed off, they died, and he won the war? Nani? I'm gonna move on from that. It's gonna skip quite far ahead. There's just, the whole intermission bit with Waver, not really worth talking about. So the next part, we move on to a funeral, right? At the cemetery. So that's obviously Tokiomi. A funeral for Tokiomi by Kirei. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. How ironic. And then Rin's there, and turns out Aoi, Rin's mum, the wife, didn't die. She actually survived being choked out by Carrier, but it seems that choking was so bad that she's got permanent brain damage. She's literally now become a vegetable in a wheelchair. That is so depressing. I actually would have preferred if she did die. Now she's just being wheeled around like Meals on Wheels by Rin. She literally has no memory, practically. Her brain's just completely just short-circuited and malfunctioning right now. It's just so depressing. And then, right, so first off, Rin inherited the family, well, magic, I guess. So she got what, the magic crest, so her magic circuit. So the family's blueprints are now what, transplanted onto Rin. So Rin now bears all of the Tosaka family names, history of magic. Everything's now on Rin's shoulders. And Kirei, as if things weren't sick enough, Kirei gives Rin a coming of age, like commemoration, celebration, congratulations present. Here, Rin, have this Azov dagger. Have the dagger that I stabbed your father in the back with and killed him with. Of course you don't know that, but here, have this dagger, okay, as a present from me. And then Rin's just staring at it and then starts tearing up, and then Kirei, he then just has a smirk on his face. Oh, Kirei! Oh, you sick bastard! Then after that, we cut to Saber on that hill I'm pretty sure that's the Battle of Camlan. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen my commentary on the ending, well, you probably wouldn't have, because the ending is not available on the YouTube highlights. That end shot that was always shown in season 1 of the ending, where you see Saber stabbing somebody through the abdomen on a hill. I mentioned it before previously in my full uncut reaction. That was most likely the Battle of Camlan. And yeah, it seems like it. Now we get to see it in full detail here. In that scene with Saber, she's standing upon that hill, upon a mountain of corpses. That was most likely the Battle of... So she's back in her essentially the final moment of King Arthur before she, supposedly died of her fatal wounds that she suffered in that fight. That was literally the last iconic moment of King Arthur, the Battle of Camlan. She was back on top of that hill, in her own time, I guess. So when she faded away after she used her noble phantasm, she got sent back to her time, sitting upon that hill, and then she just broke down crying. And man, when Saber started tearing up, that was hard to take. But when Saber just let out that cry, like Kiritsugu let out his cry in episode 19, when Saber let out that cry, man, my heart broke in half. Just hearing that cute, gorgeous waifu, little adorable girl, King of Knights, just sitting there on that hill, so miserable, full of regret, full of sadness, and then she just lets out that wailing cry. Oh, it was so painful. Saber, she finished that Grail War full of regret, with a bitter taste in her mouth. Basically, everyone finished this Grail War depressed, full of regret, with a Carrier. Let's not forget Carrier. He wasn't dead in that car park. He managed to crawl his way back to the Mato's house, and in the end, he collapsed in front of Sakura, fell down the stairs, and got eaten. That was the end of Carrier. He got devoured by those bugs, and yeah, you could see Sakura. Oh man, she looked pretty dead-eyed and also somewhat corrupted, it almost looked like. I think the worms have really gotten to her now. Sakura looks like she's going to turn to the dark side from that last segment. Like, she's like, fool, nobody obeys grandpa. That last moment with Sakura, she was like, fool, nobody disobeys grandpa. So it seems like she's finally got her mind beaten in. She's finally got corrupted by that old git. So yeah, everyone suffering. Everyone had a bad ending except for Kirei and Gilgamesh, just laughing it off, having a jolly good time. And then the very, very final moment of this episode was when Kiritsugu saved that little boy, Shiro. That little boy, Shiro, his monologue, I guess, said that, hey, I thought I was about to die, but in my last moments, this man, Kiritsugu, saved my life. And he said, like, yeah, I think Kiritsugu, by saving my life, he saved himself. Something like that. I think what he meant was basically Kiritsugu at that point, scrambling around in that city, Kiritsugu had lost everything, right? Kiritsugu in the end didn't manage to save a single person. He sacrificed everyone that he loved just to watch more innocent people die. In the end, after all of his killings in this Grail War, he got nothing out of it. Well, before he saved Shiro, he got nothing out of it except more death and despair. So at that point, Kiritsugu had lost everything, and essentially he was about to he was on edge. He felt completely hopeless, lost, and by saving Shiro, at least he managed to save one person amidst all this disaster. Kiritsugu managed to at least save one person, and I think that was enough for him to just be at peace. The fact that he did all of this, he led to so many people dying. He had to come out with at least one life saved in order to atone for his sins, almost. So the fact that Kiritsugu managed to save Shiro, it's like he managed to save himself from essentially living out the rest of his life in despair with nothing but absolute anger and regret and hatred. That's what I interpret it as. And yeah, the very final moments between Shiro and Kiritsugu sitting out on that porch. Kiritsugu just gave Shiro some very late realized words like, hey Shiro, being a hero of justice, it's a fool's dream. It's something that you do when you're a kid. When you grow up, you soon learn the harsh reality of life that it's not possible. And yeah, I've given up that dream. And Shiro, he's like, if you don't want to carry on that dream, I'll carry on that dream for you, Kiritsugu. Oh boy. That's oh boy, you want to carry out Kiritsugu's dream? Man, if only you've seen what he went through. That's a very thorny path you're going. That's a path bathed in flames, I'm telling you, Shiro. I wouldn't do that if I were you. And then finally we end that series on that saying, that question that Shirley asked Kerry all those years ago back when he was a kid. So what do you want to be when you grow up, Kerry? I want to be a champion of justice. Oh. I want to be a hero of justice. So that's what I wanted to be all along, Shirley. So what do you want to be when you grow up, Kerry? I want to be a hero of justice. Man, what a forsaken journey that has been for you, Kiritsugu. What a mistake that has been for you, Kiritsugu. What a shit show that has been for you, Kiritsugu. I feel so sorry for him. His whole journey throughout this series has been just nothing but pain and suffering and despair. Kiritsugu has been the tragic character of the year for me in terms of what I've seen this year. Kiritsugu is just a tragic character and then some. The whole series just shat on Kiritsugu. Like that portal just shat down lava, red goo, that black red mud stuff. Kiritsugu just literally got shat on by the grill. This whole freaking series, as amazing as it has been, has just been nothing but pain. As I've said countless times, I've lost count how many times I've said that already. This series has just been a heaping mouthful of pain. Alright, so my final thoughts, guys. Animation, 10 out of 10. Visuals, 10 out of 10. Soundtrack, 10 out of 10. Story, 10 out of 10. Everything about this series is a 10 out of 10. It is amazing. It will go down in history for me as one of my best. Granted, I haven't seen a lot of series, but this series, compared to the other two series that I'm currently watching, this series is leaps and bounds ahead of the other two. One of the best series I've ever seen in my entire life. What a journey it has been, guys. What a journey it has been. So, where do we go from here, right? This is the last episode of Fate Zero. Where do we go from here? Well, great news. Great news for all of you who are still paying attention and watching this video to the very end. Thank you all so much for watching to the very end. I'm sure most people would have clicked off after the episode ended and don't want to listen to my post-reaction discussion. But if you're still one of those hardcore dedicated followers of mine and you're watching me still right now, then let me tell you some great, fantastic, exciting news. Since we're done now with Fate Zero, I'm going to move on to essentially the sequel. All right. So what is it? Unlimited Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Man, what a heck of a title that is. What a heck of a series title that is. Unlimited Blade Works. Oh, that sounds hype as fuck. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with that. The next recording session, I'll be jumping straight on to episode 1 of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, guys. So that's where I'm gonna go after finishing here with Fate Zero. And yeah, I hope you guys will join me on my journey with that series. I don't know what Unlimited Blade Works has in store for me, but my friends and family who have recommended to me just told me that Fate Zero is the prequel to Unlimited Blade Works. So I'm essentially, I guess, continuing on. So I guess the journey is not over. Maybe this series in itself is over, but the journey of these characters, I guess, are not over, because we're going to continue on with Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. All right. So thank you all so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed my reaction to the final episode of Fate Zero. What a journey it's been. It has been absolutely amazing. I hope you've enjoyed my reactions to this entire series. I've definitely enjoyed reacting to this series. I've enjoyed watching this series. It has been absolutely amazing every step of the way. If you've liked what you've seen, leave a like down below, leave a comment. Let me know now all of your thoughts as to this series and the journey that I've been on, the journey that we've been on. If you've been following me throughout this entire reaction series, let me know your thoughts about Fate Zero. Let me know your thoughts about what I'm going to experience with Fate Stay Night. Let me know, what is to come. What is the great hypeness, the mind-blowing Sakuga moments that I'm going to witness jumping into the next series, Unlimited Blade Works, guys. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell icon so that you always be kept up to date with all of my activities here on YouTube. Do the same thing for my other 2 YouTube channels. Links are given in the video description down below. Join my social network, guys. All of the links you need are right down there. Join the Discord. And yeah, that's it. That is the end of my reactions to the series of Fate Zero. Oh, can't believe it's over. It's surreal. I'm gonna need a couple of days for this to sink in. The fact that I've finished this series and what a journey it has been. Alright guys, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon for episode 1 of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Alright, until then, it has been a pleasure reacting to this series for all of you guys to enjoy, and I'll catch you all very, very soon. Bye-bye!